Hi there, this is LT Survival. Another gear pack box review, number 68, Fire 4.0. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Well, as I said in the box 67, this box came in before 67. They had some difficulty about shipping or something like that for the material in the box. They came almost the same day, so it was kind of nice to have two boxes. I lost track of time in between boxes. Usually it's about a month. The next box is on its way from BC, so again, another box soon to be reviewed. Okay, Fire, this box contains a lot of stuff. It's a smaller box but a lot of weight because of two items I'm going to talk at the end. So just pull them out so they're not in the way. The basic box costs $24.99 when you subscribe. Total value $37.97. This one's gonna be about the same price, maybe more, because we can't find the items on Amazon, not all of them. So there is some Canadian competitor, which I have some here. Okay, so as I said, there's a Canadian competitor to one of the item in there. So most of the item you'll find in here is American made. We do have a Canadian equivalent. The first item, Firestarter Black Beard. It's a basically a rope fire starter. So they used a rope which they conditioned with some fuel in it. It's black. It's kind of charred black rope that you cut, and all the bits of rope are easy to light up. So this is a black beard. Very expensive on the Amazon and Canadian side on this thing. I've seen it once, one rope like that at $75, which basically is an abuse. 135 for 5, which brings them to about $30 on Amazon. On the gear pack box, about $15.99. I suspect it's about the same. It would be the same price. We have an Canadian equivalent, which basically it's called Fat Rope. It's made in Quebec City. The guy has no storefront, but he has some product like the Fat Rope, the wax wood, and he has a fire starter tape, which basically like a long tape that you cut in pieces, and it's paper with wax or something like that that's combustible and waterproof. So all these are waterproof and combustible. So Canadian alternative for that, probably about the same price, $15–20 a piece. I was lucky enough that he sent me samplers, okay, for me to evaluate. Unfortunately, I took like a long time before I'm starting to evaluate. This summer, these should be on the menu. I'll even compare the American made. So that's $15.99 a piece according to Gear Pack. I've seen it at about $30 if you buy the 5-piece bundle. Quite expensive for a fire starter, but you've got maybe 100 fire, you can start with that. Ready Man Fiber Light. It's a can with an elastic that keeps a fibrous material, a fiber material to be lit with a spark. So an easy lit fiber material. I like the concept of the can with a simple rubber band, okay, because you can put that, stuff that in your pocket. If you wear a multi-pockets vest, hunting vest, or the kit you're using is military style for your clothing, well, these goes easily into the large pockets, and you can keep your stuff on yourself. You remember, survival kit can be made out of tins like that, and tins like that are useful to keep items. Here's another example, which I'm going to talk after, on you, so that way you can have your survival kit with you. It's rare you lose your clothing. Usually you tear the clothing, but they stay with you, at least some part of it, and hopefully some of these cans. The principle of these cans is having in multiple pockets, so at least you have something left once you recover your can. And in the can you can make char cloth. You take cotton cloth from your clothing and you make char cloth, which is easier to light. These costs, according to GearPack, $12.99. I've seen equivalent to that with not exactly the same fibrous material to about $15 to $30 Canadian on Amazon. Coghlan, next item is a paste. It's a fire paste. You've seen those in sports store in Canada. Coghlan is a very common a brand, and they're based in Toronto. Basically they import from China, and they make those packaging in which they build either kit. It's basically a toothpaste tube, a little larger, and you punch the hole in it and you spread basically a paste that's flammable. It's not a bad idea. It's a bit big to carry on ourselves, but it's good. It's a good thing to have. Basically it's easy to light, it's flammable. Is it made of? Okay. Basically you spray it on wood and then you light it up. You could use it to prime gas stove by putting a bit of paste in the middle and lighting it up in the middle of the burner, not the tank. So yeah, it could be used as a pilot light. It's a temporary solution, of course. If you need it as an emergency, then you can use it as a pilot light. Not sure what it's made of. It's probably fuel of some kind. So the Coghlan fire paste, easy to use, and it's not good for you. So Coghlan paste is about $8.99. I think in the stores we've seen it around that. On Amazon it's about $36 for two, so $18 each. I find it a little expensive on the Amazon, but your sports store has it, and it's probably below $10. So it's not a bad value for the basic box, about $37.97. I have about the same price or twice as much, depending on which price you pay for each item. Next one, the knife, Basic Plus. Well, this time it's not a knife. It's something resembling a knife. It's Elk Ridge knife. Of course, it's made in China. And is basically a hatchet. I'm surprised of the quality of the hatchet, of the quality of the make of the hatchet. Ooh. I have to do that, and do that. You know, it's one of those small multi-tool full tang hatchet. So you see full tang, and you have a place for a lanyard. Small wooden. It's wood. It's wood. Okay, it's a wood handle. Okay, you have the nuts. It's a one-piece metal with an edge. and some presumably tools, line cutters. It's made in China. It's a custom design stainless for elk ridge knife. I have no idea what's the Chinesium on it, so you could use it as a knife. It's quite sharp. We'll see this summer how, when I do my reviews, when I test those, how it lasts and if it's useful at all. The problem with those hatchets, sometimes you don't have the weight to be able to chop very well. But depending on the task you're using it, if you're hunting and you want to have a small hatchet to help you with the prey you want to prep for the bones and things like that, that could be useful. I mean, you could use that, the hook, the line cutter, as a gut hook, which basically protects your prey from being cut on the parts you don't want, stomach and things like that. So, and the tool, well, it's kind of a gadget, last ditch effort for the tool to be able to turn a bolt, a nut. I'm not even sure we could use those for real, but on something like a bicycle, if you were to motorize yourself with a bicycle. But there's only 3 sizes, and it's very big, medium, and it's very small, so not sure. So for the tool side of it, but the grip is a little small, a little slippery. I probably would put some tape on it, Wilson tape or hockey stick tape. The lanyard would be recommended because this is slick. So it's quite sharp. So not sure how much wood chopping this would do, but if you have only that tool, that's what you have. So it's not bad at all. The sheath is a nylon El Cheapo sheet. Rivets are pretty good. Rivets and snap, but that won't last very long to your belt. So it's basically a belt loop for a small belt. So if you like the hatchet, then replace the sheet. If not, you're going to lose eventually the hatchet because the sheet ain't gonna carry it the right way. So a small hatchet, which I don't have. Well, I have crappy ones that are broken, so there. And I have one that's in the trailer. Basically, your Canadian crappy hatchet. However, this is called for $30, $29.95 from Gear Pack. Basically, the value is about $67 now of the box. Paid $49. This is nice. I really like the idea of that small hatchet. It's one of those things you always look and say, should I buy one? Well, I have one now. So it's always good. I've seen a hatchet like that, similar, not the same, about $34, so $29, $34. It's pretty good value. The next item, almost lost it before I could review it. It's the flashlight from UCO. UCO makes a lot of survival gear, flashlight, lighters, and one gear they make beside the flashlight, which is nice. It's a LED light. I've charged it. They have, they do have a arc lighter. Yeah, one of those. It burns paper crazily fast. It's rechargeable with a USB cable. So my problem with that, and it's not much of a problem, I'm gonna just pass through the price. This is $35, $34.99. I've seen it about $26 in other make to about $30. So basically about the same value. The UCO product are a little more expensive than your Chinese copies. So My problem with that, you're in survival, you need to start a fire, fine. But then if you use up the lighter, the battery is going to go dead and your light's going to be dead. So do you want to have your egg in all in one basket, or do you want to have a lighter and a light separately? 18650 batteries. I think this one is not replaceable. An 18650 battery is basically a battery like this. Okay, that's about 1.5 times more than a AA battery. Do I have any AA somewhere? Yes, I do have it. No, well, I have old batteries I have to recharge if they still work. So that's a AA, and that's the 18650. These are lithium, and they last almost forever. So in your backpack, a lithium battery is going to last way longer than any alkaline or rechargeable battery. But these are not replaceable. They're rechargeable but not replaceable. So if you don't have a flashlight that holds 18650, then you cannot carry multiples of these. So I prefer to have my flashlight with replaceable batteries. Even though I use rechargeable, I have multiples of 18650. Got a couple of AA battery because they're very common size. So carry AA battery, carry 18650. There is model AA battery in lithium. Not all the material are holding it, but that's a nice idea to have your lighter with your flashlight. It's combining both of the function. Once you close the cap, it's the lighter that goes in. It's the light that goes in. When you open the cap, there's a switch. It's the lighter that works. So how long is that gonna last? I'm not sure. It's probably gonna be the wifey's flashlight for her car because she liked it. It's very compact and powerful. So $35, about $26 if you want to have equivalent to this in other make, in copies basically. Uncle Tommy fire starting stuff. It's kind of an American made fire starter, okay, but it's something that resemble, and what's fun is the can are screwable, okay. It's kind of your cleaning cosmetic pads with some wax on it. So basically it looks like they made exactly what we could make. There's 5 of them in the can, different color, different wax. They have probably residual from candle making companies in a screw-in cap. So it's nice because the wax never wear out, so it's always flammable, and it's in a tin. Again, the concept of multiple small tins like the Ready-Man we had on at the beginning. So I didn't find any equivalent of these. This is about $6.99. I'd say if you were to find that commercially here in Canada, probably $10 at the retail level. So basically each of these cosmetic pad could be you could fold them and use them for 4 to 5 fire per pads. It's to help you start your fire. It's not going to make your fire go better. It's going to help you. The next one is the Rough Rider, which is a company that makes also knives. I thought it was a knife at first. A little disappointed because you know me, I like knives, and Rough Riders, when they make knife, they're classical knife. I have a couple. So this is not a knife. It is a fire starter on a lace. Okay, not a lanyard. It's a lace. I prefer lanyard that could be pulled away, but if you keep it in your not on your neck but in your pack, it gives you something to keep it on your neck after. It's a nicely made wooden handled magnesium fire starter or a ferro rod, most likely. I have not scraped it, and a very rough scraper. Yeah, it's probably gonna throw a spark. It's gonna mar the rod, but it's gonna work. Some people use the back of their knife. Okay, and it's something that I know it works, but it's Chinese ferro rod because they're painted black. Most of the Chinese made are not natural color. They're painted kind of a varnish on top of it. It's nice. This is valued at $10.49. It's retail. If you find it on the internet, it will retail around $15. So it's not bad. It's a good value. It's a good item. There is less expensive alternative. Coghlan has one to about $7. You have only the fire starter with a small lanyard and scraper, which is not very good, but you have the back of your knife. So total value of that box was $99. Value of about $120, $39. So a great value. UCO product, quite expensive on their own, and they're quite good. They're supposed to be good. They have all kinds of a variant of survival product. Okay, so that's it. All kinds of good stuff, all kinds of different stuff. Oh yeah, and the bonus item. Hey, 2 cans of Pure North Pure Energy Seltzer. Yeah, carbonated water basically, but add the energy drink of a Red Bull or something like that. Not sure which there's some caffeine, green tea, guarana. I think it's basically some Jensen, whatever, green tea. So basically the same recipe as other energy drink, but these are water energy drink. These retails about $2.50 each. You can get cases of 12 on Amazon. Not sure if I'm gonna try those. I'm not very much energy drink, so I might just give it to my daughter, which like drinks once in a while energy drink. So basically that's it for $1.68 Fire 4.0. This is my forte. This is something I like, something I'm gonna trial. So if you like this video and you'll see this product when I'm going to test many other product I have for fire starting. So if you like this video, please give it the thumbs up, share and subscribe. If you didn't like it, give it the thumbs down. That's fine. And comment, because if you comment and give the thumbs up and thumbs down, it is feeding the algorithm. So we'll see you in the next video.